In the year 2003, an ultra-secret document leaked from the Apostolic Archives of the Vatican. Its code name, Pathogen sanguinarius, bloodthirsty pathogen. The content, a 400-page scientific report describing a virus the Church has allegedly monitored for over 5 centuries. A virus that does not kill its victims, it transforms them. While the world debated the existence of vampires in films and literature, scientists under Vatican jurisdiction were systematically cataloging real infection cases involving what they refer to as the human vampiric virus, a biological entity capable of rewriting DNA, altering metabolism, and converting ordinary humans into predatory beings addicted to blood. The most terrifying detail? This virus is not some medieval fantasy. It is evolving, spreading silently through the global population. And according to internal church documents, it may be preparing for a global pandemic that could make the coronavirus pandemic of 2019 seem like nothing more than a mild cold. Today, you will uncover why the Vatican secretly funds high-level biocontainment laboratories, why it trains specialized agents to identify vampiric viral symptoms, and why its officials believe that we are only one viral mutation away from a catastrophe that could redefine what it means to be human. In 1958, researchers from the Pontifical Biological Institute first isolated samples of what they later classified as vampiric virus, strain 1. Unlike any known pathogen, VV1 does not behave like traditional viruses. While standard viruses hijack host cells to reproduce and then destroy them, BV1 completely reprograms the cell's function. The molecular structure of this virus is unique. It has a double-layered protein shell that allows it to infiltrate cells without triggering an immune response. Once inside, it injects not just its genetic material, but also specialized enzymes that actively rewrite the host's DNA in real time. The process is so precise that Vatican scientists describe it as genetic surgery executed by a non-human intelligence. The most disturbing consequence of infection is this. Within 62 hours, infected cells begin producing proteins not found in normal human biology. Hemocyanin, normally found in cephalopods and crustaceans, starts to appear in human blood. Digestive enzymes specific to the breakdown of hemoglobin replace the natural ones. The virus does not kill the host. It forcibly evolves them into a biologically optimized blood consumer. Internal documents reveal that every viral sample studied by the Vatican shows signs of intelligent design, as though it were not the product of natural evolution, but of advanced bioengineering. The transformation induced by the vampiric virus occurs in distinct, meticulously documented stages. Researchers in the Vatican's clandestine laboratories have outlined a biological protocol that suggests intentional programming behind the viral behavior. First stage, silent infiltration. The virus enters through open wounds or mucosal tissue, but remains undetectable for up to 72 hours. During this phase, it replicates slowly, mapping the host's immune system and developing tailored countermeasures. Conventional blood tests fail to detect its presence. Second stage, metabolic reprogramming. The virus releases enzymes that alter the function of the liver, pancreas, and digestive system. The body's ability to process carbohydrates and fats declines rapidly, while new enzymes develop to metabolize iron and blood proteins. Victims report a sudden loss of appetite for normal food, replaced by unexplained cravings. Third stage, structural modification. This is where terror begins to manifest visibly. The virus alters gene expression responsible for skeletal and muscular growth. Canine teeth elongate slightly. Muscle density increases. The circulatory system is reorganized to operate with minimal oxygen, preparing the body for extended periods without normal respiration. Fourth stage, neural transformation. The brain undergoes changes that amplify predatory instincts while reducing empathy and emotional bonds. This is not demonic possession. It is forced biological evolution. The vampiric virus spreads in ways that represent an epidemiological nightmare for Vatican specialists. Unlike respiratory viruses or those transmitted via insect vectors, VV1 utilizes transmission methods that make conventional containment measures virtually ineffective. Primary transmission occurs through infected bodily fluids, blood, saliva, tears. Yet the virus remains viable outside the host for disturbingly long periods. Internal Vatican studies reveal that VV1 can survive on surfaces for up to 15 days, in water for a full week, and in airborne aerosol form for as long as 48 hours. More concerning is the virus's asymptomatic transmission. Infected individuals can spread the virus for weeks without exhibiting any visible symptoms. During this period, they behave normally, frequent public spaces, and unknowingly become walking biological weapons. The virus also shows limited interspecies transmission. While it does not fully infect animals, it can use intermediary hosts, rats, bats, insects, for transport and environmental survival. This creates multiple reservoirs of infection that are impossible to trace or eliminate. Perhaps the most chilling aspect is directed transmission. Individuals in advanced stages of infection develop compulsive urges to spread the virus through deliberate bites. The virus programs its hosts to become strategic agents of propagation, turning each infected person into a conscious biological weapon. Secret diagnostic manuals maintained by the Vatican catalog symptoms of VV1 infection that are frequently misdiagnosed by mainstream medicine. This diagnostic confusion allows the virus to spread unnoticed through entire populations. Initial symptoms resemble severe flu, high fever, intense muscle aches, extreme fatigue. However, blood tests reveal anomalies that do not align with known viral profiles. White blood cell counts remain normal, but blood cells with abnormal shapes begin to appear. Body temperature fluctuates dramatically between hyperthermia and hypothermia. Intermediate symptoms include subtle behavioral changes, increasing aversion to sunlight, preference for darkness, and altered sleep cycles favoring nocturnal activity. Victims report extreme sensitivity to sound and smell, often describing their senses as enhanced. Advanced symptoms are unmistakable to trained observers. Skin becomes deathly pale, eyes develop hypersensitivity to light, and canine teeth visibly elongate. Most disturbing is the onset of blood hunger, a compulsive drive to consume blood that intensifies rapidly. The Vatican Diagnostic Manual emphasizes one unique symptom: geometric aversion. Infected individuals display violent neurological reactions when exposed to well-lit right angles, particularly crosses and similar symbols. This is not a matter of faith, it is viral neurology. Internal documents indicate that the Church has implemented protocols in Catholic hospitals worldwide to identify suspected cases, using a combination of these symptoms as an early warning system. What terrifies Vatican epidemiologists more than the virus's existence is its unprecedented rate of mutation. Genetic analyses of viral samples collected over decades show that VV1 evolves at speeds that defy standard scientific understanding. The original strain, identified in the 1950s, had an incubation period of 5 to 7 days. Modern variants shortened that to 48 hours. Transformation that once took weeks now happens in days. Each new generation becomes more efficient, more contagious, more lethal. Of particular concern is the emergence of variant VV3, identified in 2017. This strain developed resistance to traditional containment methods that the Church had relied on for centuries. Holy water, containing specific compounds effective against earlier strains, is now significantly less effective. Exposure to geometric symbols causes less severe reactions. Even more alarming are reports of a potential variant VV4, not yet officially confirmed, allegedly capable of infecting via prolonged eye contact. If true, this would represent an evolutionary leap making containment virtually impossible. Analysis suggests the virus does not mutate randomly, but adaptively, responding to environmental pressures. Every countermeasure the Church deploys eventually leads to viral resistance. It's as if the virus learns and evolves biochemical strategies to overcome each new obstacle. Classified documents reveal that Vatican scientists believe they are in a race against time. Either develop a universal vaccine for all strains, or the virus will evolve beyond humanity's ability to respond. 15 meters beneath the Apostolic Library of the Vatican, Level 4 biocontainment facilities rival those of the most advanced military research centers in the world. Here, elite virologists work under absolute silence, developing countermeasures against what is considered the greatest biological threat in human history. These laboratories maintain live cultures of all known variants of the vampiric virus, preserved under conditions that simulate human hosts. Specialized bioreactors allow researchers to observe viral mutations in real time, mapping evolutionary trends and forecasting future developments. The work is perilous. 3 researchers have been accidentally infected in the past decade. The most secret section houses Project Antidote, efforts to develop not only preventative vaccines, but also cures for established infections. Results are grim. The virus integrates so deeply into the host's DNA that removing it causes total cellular collapse. Attempts at viral reversal have resulted in 100% subject mortality. However, progress has been made in developing a competing virus, a modified version of VV1 that infects already transformed cells and partially reverses some changes. It is not a cure, but it can slow progression in early stages. Most controversial is Project Artificial Immunity, experiments to create genetically resistant humans via embryonic modification. Documents suggest that limited testing has occurred, but results remain classified at the highest levels of Vatican secrecy. Epidemiological models secretly developed by the Vatican depict civilization collapse scenarios more severe than any historical pandemic. If the vampiric virus achieved transmission rates comparable to common respiratory viruses, humanity would have weeks, not years, before irreversible species transformation. The blood apocalypse simulation models viral spread beginning in densely populated megacities. With a 48-hour incubation period and asymptomatic transmission, The virus would travel global transportation networks before authorities even recognized the threat. In 90 days, up to 30% of the global population could be infected. More terrifying is the predatory cascade model. As the infected transform into fully predatory beings, each vampire produces multiple new victims rapidly. Unlike fictional zombies, viral vampires retain intelligence and planning abilities, making them exponentially more efficient hunters. The infrastructural collapse scenario examines consequences. Once a significant percentage of the population requires human blood for survival, health systems would collapse, supply chains would fail, governments would be infiltrated by infected individuals in positions of power. The most disturbing model, forced symbiosis, suggests a dual society future where viral vampires and uninfected humans coexist in a managed predator-prey relationship. Humans would be kept as conscious livestock to sustain a dominant vampiric population. Documents reveal the Vatican has developed response protocols for each scenario, including plans to preserve human knowledge and coordinate global resistance through religious networks. The Vatican's fear of the vampiric virus is not rooted in medieval superstition, but in modern, terrifying science. Secret documents outline a reality in which artificially intelligent viruses could rewrite the human genome in a single generation, transforming our species into something fundamentally different and possibly superior. If these archives are authentic, then we exist within a biosphere where apex predators may emerge not through natural selection, but through targeted viral infection. The Vatican does not fear mythical vampires. It fears a pandemic that may represent the next step in human evolution, orchestrated by a pathogen that exhibits characteristics of intelligent design. The question that remains is deeply unsettling. If the vampiric virus truly exists and continues to evolve, are we prepared for a pandemic that doesn't kill but transforms? And if the transformation is irreversible, who decides whether it is evolution or extinction? What do you think about this chilling possibility? Are we closer to a vampiric reality than we dare to imagine? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if this mystery intrigued you, and subscribe for more revelations that challenge everything we know about the possible. The next pandemic might not be what we expect, but something far, far worse.